Thought Media Network is proud to present Cosmic Prayers, your weekly shift, Mondays at 11 Mountain Time, with your host, Laura Topper. The Cosmic Prayers, live from the UK. And now, here she is, Laura Topper.
Hello and welcome to the Cosmic Prayer. It is so great to be here this week on Monday at 6 o'clock in the evening here in the UK and 11 a.m. I believe Mountain Time. Whoever you are, wherever you are so welcome here. Today on the show, I'm just so excited because my dear friend and incredible teacher and guide in gratitude, Sharon Saraga Walters, she is here. Oh, what a beaming presence. She has so much to share and to inspire each of us with her gratitude program. She's the founder of Gratisize 365, and she has created GratiFit because she has had a lifetime of being a fitness instructor. So Sharon Saraga Walters, let's bring you onto the show right now, onto the Cosmic Prayer. Welcome to New Thought Media Network. It's so great to have you here.
Thank you so much, Laura.
Oh.
It's wonderful to be here.
Good morning. We have Judy. Good morning, Judy. Wonderful for you to join us here with Sharon. Sharon, how do you start? This is one question I want to ask you because you created GratiFit, which we'll talk about in a moment, and Gratisize 365. Mm-hmm. How do you start your day with gratitude?
Oh, goodness, that's a great question. You know, it starts from the moment I open my eyes. When I wake up, the first thing I think of is how grateful I am to be alive, to be healthy. And I think of things all around me at the first moment of what I have to be grateful for, because I find that if I don't start there, the day gets away from me, and it starts at the moment I open my eyes. Yeah.
I love what you just said. If you don't start there, then it's so true, isn't it? Time just kind of goes on, and it's like, okay, too busy for that. So what is it you actually do?
So for me, I'll do like a meditation sometimes, and it changes. That's the beauty of gratitude and the exercises that I do. It's endless. There's so much, and they keep building as you continue practicing and exercising gratitude. But for me, most of the times, like what I do, and it's so powerful, is to, once I'm really grateful of my, of being awake and healthy and starting the day, is starting to look at my day and see what is it that I want to create for the day, and see that in my mind. And as I see that, then I say thank you. I see it as though it's already happened, and I say thank you for it. So that's a really powerful one. And when I do it, the day goes exactly as I have stated it, and it's beautiful. And then I also go into my gratitudes. I think of the things that I'm grateful for. And when you put all that together, when you put your feet on the ground to start to get up for your day, it's a shift. It really is on the right foot to do that. Yeah.
Oh, you're just, I have so many questions I want to ask you about this, because what you've said is so true. Good morning, Judy. I think Judy just popped up there. It's lovely to have this interaction, isn't it? Being grateful from the moment we are aware in the morning, it does set the tone. And I started doing that a long time ago. And we talked on the other day about actually then continuing it into the day and just being grateful for everything. And I've been intentionally doing that over the last week.
Yes.
And it's such a beautiful practice to do that as well.
Yeah. One of the things I want to say that you and I talked about was, the other thing that I really like is when we need it sometimes, and we do, is to give ourselves a hug when we wake up in the morning.
Yes, let's do it now.
You're getting good at it. There's something so powerful when you give yourself a hug in the morning, and just the feelings that come through there. It's amazing. So if you haven't tried it, I so recommend. First thing in the morning as you wake up, give yourself a hug. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And anyone that's listening now, do it. Give yourself a hug right now. Sharon, I want to ask you this question. What is it that made the shift for you? Because I understand that you were a fitness instructor, and you still are on some level. You're really into, every time I speak to you, like, I'm just come back from a jog. What is it that shifted for you? Hugs to you on Facebook. What is it that shifted for you to bring gratitude into your life in such a dynamic way, to be a teacher of it, to write your book, your Graticize 365 book, and to create the programs that you've created? What happened in your life for you for that turnaround?
That's a good question. Of course, exercise has always been such an important part, and it made such a difference in my life. But at the same, and also the other part of it was gratitude. I've spent years of my life in all kinds of different personal growth. Gratitude seemed to be the one thing that so resonated for me and so brought me to a place that was so, it was ingrained in me. It was my calling. It was my thing that made such a difference. It makes me immediately come to a place of peace and love and grounding and appreciation, and all of those things just resonated for me so strongly. And I've never been able to release that feeling, and it's just done amazing things for me in my life when things are good, and most importantly when they're challenging, is when gratitude really comes in. Yeah.
I'm really pleased that you mentioned that, because it's great when we're on a roll and our life feels like it's going in the right direction and everything is working well.
Mhm.
And we're doing our spiritual practice.
Mm-hmm.
And then it can be that if things are not seemingly as we want them to be, that the spiritual practice then falls apart. And that's exactly the time we actually need it, isn't it?
It is. And one of the things that I found is that I use that practice of gratitude, there's a longer stretch, I'm able to even get through some of the more challenging times by using the gratitude. It really helps to really get through some hard times. And it's not as difficult as it would have been had I not used it. And I remember those days, and it's a really beautiful way to soften a challenge.
Yes. So what about the experience that you had when you took your life, you took control, you took charge of the experience, and you decided to go on your tour, when you purposefully went and traveled and let go of everything in your life? I love that story. Would you share it now?
Oh, my surrender
Your
tour.
surrender tour, and how you met Luann, and what happened, and how gratitude played a part in that for
Oh,
you.
goodness.
Because I
Okay.
think it's such a beautiful story.
Yeah.
I know it is.
Yeah. So that was, it was right before I met Luann. It was in 2011, I believe. I had, my summers were always empty. My work, I would have been a massage therapist. And in the summers, it was very slow for me. I had a seasonal business. And so this one year I said, I'm going to go and I'm just going to travel all over the United States. And I took 4 months, and I just allowed myself, I stayed with friends and family, and I just allowed it to unfold. I was by myself. It was the most incredible time of my life. I just trusted and surrendered the entire time. It was really amazing, and so many lessons. And then, of course, meeting my wife, it was because I was in that state of mind and life that I drew her in, because she's a beautiful, beautiful soul.
Oh,
And
yes.
had I not done that trip and just allowed myself to really become more and more of who she was looking for, it was amazing, just absolutely amazing. Yeah.
And were you practicing gratitude?
Oh yes. And
Yeah.
when we first got together, we did Rhonda Byrne has a wonderful book called The Magic.
Yeah.
And we would spend, it's 28 days, and we would spend months doing it time and time again of gratitude every single day. So yes, we started into our relationship doing gratitude, and it has never stopped. It never will.
I love that. And you've just brought up something that I think is so beautiful, that meeting a new friends, partners, lovers, isn't it just so beautiful to have that commonality in spiritual practice from the beginning of meeting that person, so that you kind of grow together with the practice?
Yes. Well, I had asked for that my whole life, and we both found out that we both had written out a list of what we were looking for in a partner. And it took me forever to do that. My friends always said to do it, do it, do it. And I'm like, no, 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 no. And finally, when I did, I met Luann, and our lists were so congruent. It was amazing.
She had a list as well.
She did.
Oh, wow. That is beautiful. I love that. I love that. So you have written a book, haven't you? And called Gratisize 365.
Well, no, that one's in the works. My book,
that one's in the works. Oh, good. Yeah. I'm pleased I tuned in.
The books that I've done, I've written the 28-day gratitude workout, which is 28 different exercises to do over 28 days to practice gratitude. And then I wrote the next year Thursday's Note, which gives you 52 reasons every Thursday to write a thank you note.
I love that. I didn't know that you'd written that. It's beautiful. So you have 2 books.
Yes, yes.
So you love writing. Yeah.
You know, that's something that it was a real surprise to me, because I'd never thought about writing a book ever. And the calling was just in these concepts that I had really felt so strongly about. It was the only way I could get it out there to the world. So I never saw myself as a writer, and it came so easily. I didn't judge it. I just put it. I created in a book. My wife edited it, and it was just a known thing I was to do. Yeah.
So do you keep having different inspirations for different kinds of exercises to are you kind of like this vessel of channeling exercises?
It's so true. There's every day on my Facebook page, you know, I put a different exercise every single day, is a different gratitude exercise, which I call Gratisize. And it's so true. And once we are in that space of gratitude, if you really think about it, there are so many exercises. I mean, it's endless, and it's so important it is important to take the action. That's why I like that it's called Gratisize. It's exercise. It's taking action into the gratitude part. It's very important to do that, I think.
So could you share an exercise right now? One that you really, really love and that you know.
I can. Yes. The one that I really like is, I call it like a gratitude walk. So when I'm outside, and I even did it this morning, as soon as I take my first steps, every step I take, I just say, thank you, thank you, thank you on my walk. Thank you, thank you. And as I say thank you, things start coming in as to what I'm thankful for and what I want right away that I have to add to that thank you. It's a very powerful one. I use it all the time. Every time I go out and walk. And that's the thing. Once you start the exercises, you won't even have to remember it. It just comes to you. You just start doing it without even remembering, you know, that you know it. It becomes you. But the thank you walk, the gratitude walk is so powerful.
I love it. So let's talk about prayer for a moment. Do you see what do you believe prayer is for you personally? And how does gratitude cross over into that?
Wow. You know, that's a really good question. I was thinking about that. For me, prayer is, it's a getting quiet. It's a going inward. It's a becoming still. And for me, gratitude, and especially we've talked about it, the word thank you. That is, they always say if there's any words to remember in saying a prayer, is thank you. And gratitude, it just brings me to that deep place that prayer has always brought me to. And just in using the word gratitude. it all about what gratitude is. It brings me to that grounding, that quiet, appreciating all the things. I must tell you, because God and I are a team. We really, I really, there's
That's
gonna be
good.
there's gonna be a lot of things that I say, but it's just, I can't help it. It's just, I really do have this teamwork with God. And when I am in a state of gratitude, God is just high-fiving me. It's like we just have this beautiful awareness and saying, really, this is good, really good stuff. So gratitude really brings me into that prayer, and God and I are aligned with it, and it's beautiful.
And has gratitude nurtured that relationship for you?
Oh, yes, I'm one. As soon as I start the gratitude process, I'm one with God, universe, whatever that is. I'm right there. Yes.
Amazing. So let's look at your website.
Okay.
I'm really excited to do this because on the website you have, thank you, Diego. Beautiful logo. I love that.
Oh, thank you.
I love that. Is that you?
It could be. I love this woman, and I love the sun, and all of that. I like that a lot. Yeah, and there's my books.
There are your books.
Uh-huh.
Yes, that's it. 28-day gratitude challenge course. And there's beautiful Luann.
And then there you are, Laura.
Oh yeah, for the interview that we did, the conversation, that was great. Because you and Luann put on a fantastic conference a year ago, didn't you?
Gratitude workout and Thursday's note. Those are all on Amazon.
All that.
And
talk about the conference for a moment that you put on, Sharon.
The
summit that you put on last year.
Yeah, we had different speakers from all over science. They were science-based, and oh goodness, 30 of them all talked about gratitude. Just an amazing, amazing event. And we had ministers, and they all were speaking of their perspectives and their ways about gratitude. It was incredible, really incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yes. Not sure when it's going to be, but we'll keep you posted on that.
Let's hold that intention.
Yes.
For that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's see. Yes, you are here on the Cosmic Prayer on New Thought Media Network. This is such an exciting time because we're here with Sharon Saraga Walters, who is more than an expert. You're a living embodiment of gratitude. You love it, you breathe it, and you ooze it, and you practice this and teach it to so many people in so many different ways, through your books and your Facebook page and coaching and guiding people privately one-on-one with this powerful tool, teaching people how they can inspire their lives and live more fulfilled lives through great gratitude and being grateful.
Yeah,
so great. So let's look at that through that Gratifit chart. If we can flip back to that, please, Diego. There we go. Gratifit.
Yeah, so this is what I created this, and it's to see what your gratitude fitness level is. And I love people taking it. It's on the website, and you can just download it and just see where you are right now with exercising gratitude. And with no judgment, but once you get to take it, it really gives you a guide as to what you can practice and really increase the gratitude muscle, I call it. So wonderful, wonderful guide. I highly recommend that. Yeah.
And it's longer than this, isn't it? Once you download it, how many questions?
And there are 20 of the questions come straight from the book, the 28-day gratitude work.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So if we can just go back to it for a moment, because there are one or two that, thank you, Diego, just one or two that we were talking about earlier.
We talked about the gratitude morning routine.
The gratitude morning routine. And number 7, do you smile, wave, or say hello to people you meet throughout the day? And I find that so interesting because for me, that's about taking personal responsibility and not waiting for the other person to have that smile on their face, actually being the smile, being that openness before the other person. And sometimes, I'm in a rush or I'm busy and I just want to get from A to B, wherever that is. And I love it that you've highlighted it there as a question, because actually, if I really think about it to myself, if I'm in a rush and I just, haven't got that awareness in the moment, then I'm going to say it here that I would probably be a 1 to a 2 on a constant basis.
Yes.
On a constant basis. And that's why I like this, because there is no judgment in it, is there, Sharon?
Not at all. And that's so good, Laura, because it's like, that's what you get to now discover, something that you didn't know before, so you can start to see what that looks like. And before you know it, you're going to be smiling at people. And the feeling when you smile at somebody, it energizes.
Yeah.
That's really great that you found that. Yeah.
Oh, I'm really grateful I found that, because what I'm now realizing, as you say, is that I would be higher if I were in a room full of people already at that level, smiling. And do you know what I mean? But it's just that I was thinking, if I'm walking past somebody and they are like that, then I would probably not have this big smile on my face. So it's about awareness, isn't it? That we can be that before they show it, before anyone else shows it. Yeah, beautiful. So do you practice do you go through the list regularly for yourself?
I do, and it's really interesting. Well, and the whole book was written because I really needed a lot of them. I mean, it was stunning how, when I first started this, it was stunning how I really needed some practice, and I had no idea. So just like you're saying, I had a lot of those. One of them was, and it made a big difference for me, is the closet, about going into my closet and picking out clothes and really being grateful about what I had in my closet. Because I really saw that I was just kind of going in there and like looking at it and like not being excited and grateful for all the clothes I had to choose from. So that was a really big, that was a big difference for me on that. And of course, one is the gratitude jar. That's one that I have done so much, the gratitude jar. I've given gratitude jars to my friends for birthdays, anniversaries, you name it. And so I have a large gratitude jar. I can
please let me see.
A very large one that I have.
Oh, wow.
That I've made.
Okay.
But what you do is you put one gratitude each day into the jar, and then once it's
so
filled
pretty.
up,
does it say gratitude?
it does. Yeah,
it's beautiful. Did you make that?
I did.
Wow, it's beautiful.
So I make these, but anyway, you put one a day in or more, and then when it's filled up, or if you're having a bad day, you just take them out to read.
Okay.
So it's really empowering, and you get to get more a gratitude feeling going for yourself.
And this is a reminder, isn't it? A constant reminder, because we can't.
So I was telling you also, while we're on the items. So then this is my first ever gratitude pumpkin that I did.
I love this.
For Thanksgiving, I saw somebody post this on Facebook. And so I finally did my first gratitude pumpkin, where you just say all the things on there that you're grateful for. So it's a lot of fun. And, really with gratitude, I mean, I like having fun anyway. I think if it's not fun, you're not going to stick with it. So finding as many things as you can that keeps reminding you about gratitude. However, and it's endless. There are so many things, and you'll see in the Gratifit in the book how many things are on my Facebook page. It's endless. I give you so many different exercises. Yes,
it's beautiful. So when clients come to see you on a one-to-one, you're helping them to appreciate their lives in general more. And do you see that through that appreciation, they have a shift for themselves?
Yes. It's incredible. I really truly believe that gratitude is the most powerful way, in my opinion, to have a shift, and one that's lasting, that it will stay as long as you're practicing gratitude, and you don't need to practice it a lot, but just keeping it in your mindset. When you have a gratitude mindset, it is amazing, the difference. Yes.
And what about for you personally? What would you say is a demonstration that you can actually say, what that is because of my attitude to gratitude? I know that has happened, something amazing for your life.
Oh, gosh. Well, I just think different opportunities. Look, meeting you, Laura, so many people, the people that I've met. So, okay, so being in a gratitude mindset, I say the people, friends, people come to me. They gravitate to me when I'm in that gratitude space. Opportunities, just the feelings and the quality of my life. I feel like I'm in Disney. I do. When I'm in that gratitude place, life has never been more fulfilling, more beautiful. Truly, and that's why I do what I do. I have really experienced it, and it feels amazing.
It's beautiful. I'm so grateful to know you and that you're here right now. This is amazing. You have a gratitude meditation, don't you, Sharon?
Yes, I do. I have not ever done this before. I just, being on the cosmic prayer, I said, well, what could I think of? And so if you want to join me and anyone else that's on,
please.
So this is a thank you prayer. So just, if you're comfortable, closing your eyes and take a deep breath in and breathe out. And with your eyes closed, just listen to these thank yous. Thank you for this day. Thank you for my thoughts. Thank you for my mind to create and think. Thank you for my eyes to see all that's around me. Thank you for my nose to breathe and smell. Thank you for my mouth to speak, to smile, to eat, to sip, to kiss, to express. Thank you for my heart to live, to feel, to be open. Thank you for my arms and hands to be able to reach, to create with, to hug, to lift, to give. Thank you for my legs to get me moving, walking to so many places. Thank you for my healthy body. Thank you for all the opportunities this day brings. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And just take a deep breath in of gratitude and breathe out with thank you. And just when you're ready to open your eyes, thank you.
Thank you. What a powerful reminder that is. So centering.
Yeah.
And a reminder of the things that we're not always aware of focusing on in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
Would you type that out so that we can put it up as a post, or will you make a post of it so that we can share it on Facebook?
Sure.
Because it's really beautiful. And also, I'm sure there are so many creative people that will get to listen to this, and if as and when they do, it's beautiful to make our own gratitude prayer as well, isn't it? Because that was very personal to you in that moment.
Yes, it was. It really, it got me deeper to really, I've never thought about my body, my mouth, of all the things that my mouth does. It really, and just my hands and my arm, it got it deeper. So it's really, there again, it continues on and on. I mean, you could write a prayer of gratitude, of thank you every day, and you would get so many different things that would come through.
Amazing. So what is your intention with this, with your work? Do you have like an overall guiding vision of how you would like to see your work expanding and that people really feel what you're doing with gratitude? How would that look?
You know, I really want to have as many people as possible learning and for me to share with them what I've designed. I'd love the fitness world for those who are into gratitude, more spiritual and fitness. I'd love to get more of the fitness world into it because I say that I think that Graticize, it takes fitness to a higher level. I think it's with exercises, but for anybody that's drawn to want to hear more about how to exercise gratitude, I'm on a mission to have it be my legacy to share with the world.
What a dynamic and powerful mission that is, really. And for anybody that's listening right now on New Thought Media Network, on the Cosmic Prayer, or catches this later on, if they're in a place that might be feeling, sounds good, but I'm going through this, and I'm going through this, and I could never get myself out of this. How could I get myself out of this situation? Simply by saying thank you. What would you say to that person right now?
I would say that if you're going through something and trying to say thank you is not easy. And I would say, I really believe that to journal, I think to write your feelings, to get them all out, first of all, and being grateful to even that you shared on paper your feelings and finding the gratitude even there. And I think take it from that step and you'll be able to reach more to a thank you place. And even thank yourself of everything you wrote and expressed and shared. That's where I would start. You can't just go from something really bothering you to think you can be in a grateful state. You can't. You have to unfold and get that feeling out and honor the feelings.
Yeah.
And allowing the gratitude to come from there.
Yeah. Because in a spiritual mind treatment, which is, the work of Ernest Holmes, an affirmative prayer, gratitude is, a really dynamic step in the process of that treatment. And it's not something that happens immediately, is it? Because we're building our consciousness.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
We're shifting an awareness that might take a little time.
Mm-hmm.
I know you've said to me often, first of all, I think you said it not long ago. You said you've got to first of all acknowledge where you are and then find that, gradually allow that appreciation just to be a natural state rather than trying to push it.
Yes.
And it is a building of our consciousness, isn't it? And opening up in our awareness.
Yes.
To be grateful even if we don't like what we're seeing, especially now with what we're experiencing here in our world.
Yes. Yeah. Because the alternative, if I didn't have the gratitude, and sometimes I do have to push it just a tad because the other way I don't like it. So sometimes I do choose to push it a little bit, but I can't imagine in this world right now. A lot of beautiful things are happening, but a lot of challenging things where I would be if I didn't have gratitude. And I really hope that others have found it as well, or some other way to handle it. Yeah.
Amazing. So Sharon Saraga Walters, I am so grateful that you are here and you're on the Cosmic Prayer, and maybe we could share a little prayer now between us as we, before we exit and go our separate ways, just to kind of ground this in gratitude. I feel called to do that if you would like to.
Please.
Yeah. Okay. So if I begin and then you can just keep it simple, and then I'll pass it on to you. And just to, again, let's close our eyes and open our hearts and come into that feeling and knowing that everything is here as a reminder to show us that we can be grateful. We can have appreciation. And I appreciate this network right now, New Thought Media Network, and Diego working behind the scenes there, and Reverend Robert, and everybody here in this network family, bringing to life the presenters, Sharon that's coming on, other people that come onto this network. I feel so grateful for that, and so grateful for all of the wonderful people and friends that I have and that I know, and my loved ones and family. And I'm grateful for the expression, the self-expression and well-being that I know is here for each of us right now, this overflowing, pouring out of vitality and well-being. And I'm grateful for the opportunity for us to connect right here, Sharon, and for anybody that is listening or listens in, welcoming you into the Cosmic Prayer. I'm grateful for you being here right now. And I'm going to pass this over to Sharon.
And I'm so grateful to you, Laura, and to all the people that are involved in this network. I'm grateful to myself to be able to trust all of the work of gratitude that is mine to bring out and to bring to the world. And I'm so grateful for all those who are called to listen, to invite gratitude into your lives, and always to continue on your journey through gratitude, through so many other ways. And I thank you. Thank you.
Oh, and so it is. Thank you, Sharon, for being here. Sharon Saraga Walters. You can find Sharon on Facebook, on her Facebook page, Gratisize with an I, not an A. I did that one with an I, 365. You put out amazing posts, really beautiful posts daily. And there's your website, gratisize365.com, where anybody can have free access to the Gratifit. I did download it. I'm going to go back and download it again. And thank you, Sharon, for being on New Thought Media Network, on the Cosmic Prayer, and for lifting up and lighting up our hearts and the world with all the work that you are doing.
Thank you so much, Laura.
Thank you for listening to Cosmic Prayer, your weekly shift with Laura Topper on the New Thought Media Network. If you've enjoyed this programming, please tell a friend and join us again next week for Cosmic Prayer, your weekly shift with Laura Topper.